What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Bokman's vlog. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched my last video, I promised that I would do another video on some tips for crushing the 75 hard challenge. Before I even get into it, full transparency, this is my first time doing it. I have not completed it yet. I'm on day 34. At this point, honestly, I'll die before I quit or I fail. But if I happen to fail or quit, I will make a video. I'll talk about the reasons and what happened. But so far, these are the things that are working for me. And I've had a lot of friends reach out to me and ask me for advice, and these things seem to be working for them as well. And if you stick with me to the end, I promise you this won't be a long video. I'll share with you the number one thing that most people fail at. Let's just go right into it. Hopefully my dogs cooperate. They don't go too crazy today. But here are my tips for helping you crush 75 hard, or at least making it easier for you. Very first thing, download the app. The app is $4.99. That's all you pay. There's a couple different apps in the App Store. It can be confusing. This one is specifically $4.99 for the app, and it's basically just like a daily checklist. Like day one, all the things you need to do. Day two, all the things you need to do. And so it makes it easy for you, right? Because you're constantly checking off the things that you're doing. You see the things that are left, and you can also like set reminders for yourself. So it's just like a constant daily, checklist that's on your phone, and it tracks everything for you as long as you're doing everything properly. So I highly, highly, highly recommend download the app. It'll make life easier. Tip number 2, I just want to talk about the workouts. I think a lot of people get like hung up on when they see you got to do 2 workouts a day. Like for some reason, like I've had people reach out to me and ask me, like, do they have to be like 2 CrossFit workouts? Like, do they have to be intense, like high intensity? And I think a lot of the people are asking me because they know in the past, most of my workouts have been very, very intense. I want everyone to understand that this 75 hard program is not really about fitness. Fitness is a byproduct, right? So the whole point of this is just to go work out. And I consider this a tip, because I think a lot of people get intimidated by the fact that you need to go work out twice a day, which can be very difficult. But like literally anything that moves the body. So like you can go walk, right? Bike, play golf. I mean, I live in Florida. I play pickleball with my neighbors. I mean, that's a workout, right? We're outside and we're playing for an hour or more sometimes. I'm sweating, like that's a workout, right? And for anyone that's watching this and saying like you don't have time and shit like that, bullshit. I'm calling you out, bullshit. I'm on daddy duty all the time. I'm running a company. I have all kinds of shit going on. When I'm on daddy duty, my almost 5-year-old, I put her ass in a stroller, which she doesn't even go in a stroller anymore, but I put her in a stroller and I fucking push her ass for 45 minutes to an hour in the hot Florida sun. That is a workout, right? So that is my tip for you. Keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Don't overthink the workouts. Just go out and move. Get it done. That is what the point of this is. To wake up every single morning and to not even question whether the fact you're going to go work out. You're just going to go fucking do it. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, and another one which I think is super, super important. Get yourself a half-gallon water jug or a gallon water jug. It will make the process of keeping track of how much water you drink super, super simple. I've like talked about this program with a couple other people, like some of my neighbors and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I see them the other day. They're like, oh yeah, keeping track of the water is so hard. I'm like using these small cups. Of course, like you already failed that day, right? So you need to be prepared. So having a half-gallon water jug that you fill up twice a day makes it a lot easier than like keeping track of how many 24-ounce bottles you're drinking. It's just like, it's too much work, right? So get a half-gallon water jug or a gallon jug. So that was tip number, number 3? Number 3. Tip number 4. Find yourself some motivational books. things that you've wanted to read that you haven't read, podcasts that you haven't listened to but always wanted to. And here's why I'm saying this, because like the very first week you're going to be pumped up, and so I was pumped up, and I was listening to music for most of my workouts, and after the first week, I'll be honest with you, I got kind of bored. And also like I was reading the books that I already had, right? So I hadn't like gotten anything new. I just started to pick up and read the books that I was already reading. After the first week, for me personally, I got a little bit bored of the stuff I was reading, and I got a little bit bored of like the music. And so like after being into this already for a week, you know, all these outdoor workouts, for me personally, I started to like crave like creative things, I wanted to learn more, right? And so like I went and bought some like, motivational books. I'm listening to David Goggins, his new book. I forget the name of the title. It's not coming to me. It's like Never Something. But anyway, it's all about building discipline and mindset, like along with this program. So these are the things that like I'm listening to now, especially when I'm on those outdoor workouts. For me, they've been a lot of walks, some runs and bike rides. But when I'm outside doing my workout, I'm either listening to an audiobook or I'm listening to like podcasts, and I'm learning something. And that's kind of like what I've been craving more so than music. And I'm still listening to music, mostly when I'm in the gym hitting the iron. That's when I got the music blasting in my ear. But besides that, I would say get yourself prepared. Get yourself some like good books, podcasts, audiobooks, things that are going to keep you inspired, things that are going to like teach you something, right? Because you're going to be craving these things. Yeah, that's really about it. Those are like my tips that I think will really help you. Nothing more than that. I would say if you want to take it like an extra step, you know, maybe journal your experience or share it the way I'm doing it so that you can maybe help other people as well. I would say that's bonus. So as promised, if you stuck with me this far, I promised you I would give you the number one thing where most people fail. And most people who do this program actually fail with the progress picture. As crazy as that sounds, most people will get the workouts in, do the diet, no alcohol, but for whatever reason it is, they'll forget to take the picture that day. And that means the mission's over, right? Like you failed, you got to start back over. And what Andy talks about, and I think is really true, is like people look at that and they're like, oh, that's the easiest thing to do is just take the picture. And it's so easy that people just forget about it. They just think they're going to get it done, but they don't actually get it done. Isn't that crazy? Most people who do this, imagine being 40 days into it, 50 days into it, 60 days into it, and you forget to take the picture? You fucking nuts. So if you get the app, you take the picture from the app because it reminds you to take the picture, you won't fuck up. So if you listen to my tips, they will help you. So thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm not sure what the next video is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be on 75 Hard. I'll continue to document my journey. I'm going to do some videos on my opinion of the state of the real estate market, the wholesaling market as a whole across the nation. I'm going to do a video about men's work. I think that's going to be the next video that I make. So I hope you tune into that, especially for the men. And if there's any women listening to this, I would say tune into that also, because you'll maybe get some insight on things about men you didn't know and things that we deal with as well. But once again, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you got some value out of this, please like, share, leave a comment. I will check. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.